And right off the top of 10, the aftermath of some really severe weather that moved through all of South Florida. Next Weather Chief Meteorologist Ivan Cabrera is here to tell us more. Ivan.
Yeah, Broward County taking the brunt of it, no question. They're particularly Pembroke Pines out towards Miramar. This is the circle of damage here that not only included just incredible damage at North Perry Airport, and we'll have those images from our Nakaya Carrero soon, but we also had some significant hail, upwards of a quarter size to ping pong size hail, causing some incredible pictures as well. This is the radar and how it looked. Now, folks have been talking about this was not a tornado, right? So we look at the signatures in the radar and we're able to determine whether this was a downburst, which is wind that just collapses out of a thunderstorm, spreads out 360 degrees and can cause tornado-like damage, but technically not a tornado, right? We're splitting hairs as far as that goes, but just wanted to get that out there. And look at the hail core that came down. Next Weather Radar able to pick that up. And when you see colors like that, that's indicative of some significant hail. The purple is pea-sized hail, but you get into the core in the center, and that's when you're talking about the 1 to 1 1/4 diameter hail, and that's what was reported by a National Weather Service employee. And some folks that were on the ground there as well, verifying that large hail that came in. As far as the rainfall totals, that really was pretty lacking, particularly in Miami-Dade. We did get, plenty of rainfall up to the north, anywhere from 1 to as much as 3 inches of rainfall. But really, this storm and today will be remembered for the damage that it caused, not so much the rainfall. Now, as we clean house here, we are done as far as Next Weather Radar. Things have quieted down, not a drop out there. Certainly plenty wet roads left over, but at this point the storms for today on your Friday are done. I'll be back to talk about some weekend storms. It's going to be less coverage, not expecting severe weather heading into Saturday and Sunday, but I'll let you know what the timing is for those storms so you can dodge them around your weekend plans, and I'll see you then.
All right, Ivan, thank you very much. But you talked about it, the severe weather, damaged homes, knocked over some trees and even some small planes. This is the scene from Broward County. Let's go now to CBS News Miami's Nakaya Carrero. She is live in Miramar with more on what we saw out there. And Nakaya, looks like it was a pretty serious situation.
Yeah, we're here in this neighborhood in Miramar along Sunshine Boulevard in Southwest 27th Court, where, as you can see, the entire area is littered with debris. That is what you are looking at when you see this down power line. And what you are seeing in that person's driveway is their shed from their backyard that was blown into the front of their house. Now, we spoke with the woman who lives in this house. On the right side, her entire fence is completely down, and she describes the frightening moments the storm came through as her and her kids were inside bracing for safety. In this Ring camera video, it shows Joanna Clias pushing her teenage son back into their Miramar home as conditions began to worsen.
As that happens, you just see wind, and I'd start telling them to get inside and get away from the windows because all I saw was the shed, or I thought it was a trampoline, start coming towards the house, not even realizing that my whole fence was going to get taken out also.
Pieces of her neighbor's shed now sits in the power lines in front of her home. Up the street from her, another resident's patio terrace landed on top of their house with a mango tree. Damage could be seen from the turnpike.
It was scary, but it happened so fast to where it didn't hit me until after.
I just, a lot of ice coming down. That was the hail. And then the rain just come down hard, and then like 5 minutes now the breeze just start, everything just starts spinning like this. So I just itch up behind a little column.
Friday evening, storm damage was reported across southern Broward County. At North Perry Airport, strong winds damaged a plane. Videos and pictures show hail in people's plant pots and falling in their yards. Little visibility as people drove home from work. But all in all, people say they're grateful it wasn't worse.
I'm just glad everybody's okay, and I just have to deal with the damages.
Yeah, without God, he's nobody.
Now, At this time, this street, Sunshine Boulevard, this street is closed in Miramar, Sunshine Boulevard, near Southwest 27th Court because of this down power line. Over the last few hours, we have seen Florida Power and Light coming out to this area to assess the damage. Now, some of the neighbors in this area don't have power at this time due to that power line being down, but of course, they hope everything turns out well. They're just happy, no more damage, and nobody was hurt. In Miramar, Nikaya Carreros, CBS News, Miami.